Ever wish your car could slam on the brakes by itself and save a life? What if your next car actually did that? Not as an option, but because the law says it must. Hi, I'm Morgan Lane, your safety-first car expert. You're watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan. Today I'm breaking down the new US safety rules rolling into 2025 and what they mean for your next ride. Here's the big picture. Regulators are putting stronger rules in place so cars can step in when humans slip. CNN and NHTSA say these changes could prevent hundreds of deaths every year, with at least 360 lives saved once the rule is fully in effect. In April 2024, NHTSA finalized an advanced automatic emergency braking rule. It makes smarter braking standard on passenger cars and light trucks, with full compliance due by September 2029. I combed CNN coverage and the official NHTSA documents, so you don't have to. Quick question. Do you trust cars to brake on their own? Are these rules here now or still coming? Let's start with why we move from friendly pledges to hard rules. Why turn a voluntary brake pledge into law? I remember when this all started. Back in 2016, 20 major automakers signed a deal to put automatic emergency braking on almost all new cars by 2022. And they did it. By late 2023, every one of those brands reported AEB across their fleets. But something else happened. After the pandemic, road deaths stayed high. Pedestrian fatalities climbed. Regulators looked at the data and said, voluntary promises weren't enough. In 2021, Congress told NHTSA to set firm safety standards. NHTSA's analysis says tougher braking could save at least 360 lives each year and prevent around 24,000 injuries once fully deployed. That's the scale we're talking about. It's about moving from courtesy to commitment, so the life-saving tech is consistent and dependable in more situations. I'm pulling this straight from Reuters reporting and the government's own rulemaking. Okay, but what did the rule actually demand? How far does your car have to go on its own before you even touch the pedal? Up next, the new high-speed day and night braking standards and what they mean for all of us. Picture this. You're cruising at about 60 miles an hour at dusk. The taillights ahead flash. A person steps into a dark crosswalk. Who reacts first, you or the car? Under the new rule, your car should help you fast. CNN lays it out simply. Systems must automatically apply the brakes and prevent crashes and pedestrian impacts at higher speeds, and they must work at night too. Cars will need to avoid hitting vehicles at up to about 62 miles per hour. Why this matters is clear. By targeting higher speed in dark conditions, NHTSA expects the upgrade to save hundreds of lives per year. I dug through the final rule so I could translate it. In plain terms, cars will need better eyes and faster brains, stronger cameras, radar, smarter software, and better tuning for rain, glare, and low light. If you've ever had an AEB save you in traffic, imagine that help on a highway at night. That's the promise. But speed isn't only about braking. There's a second idea on the table. Using tech to curb speeding itself. Let's talk about that next. Could your car quietly help you obey the speed limit? The safety board thinks it should. After a deadly 2022 crash, the National Transportation Safety Board said Intelligent Speed Assist, ISA, should be standard equipment to prevent needless deaths. The idea is simple. Cameras and GPS know the posted limit. The car can warn you or soften the throttle when you're over it. Why the push? Federal data shows almost 1/3 of traffic deaths involve speeding. If you lower speed, you lower the energy of crashes. That gives people a better chance to live. Some countries already require ISA on new cars. Here in the US, there's no federal mandate yet. But states are testing tools for repeat speeders, and the NTSB is pressing NHTSA to act. I read the NTSB material and the coverage so I could boil this down. Mid-video, ask from me, if clear, unbiased safety explainers help you drive smarter, please hit subscribe. To be clear, ISA isn't a 2025 rule. It's the direction many safety folks want. But not everyone is cheering strong tech mandates. The auto industry is pushing back hard on the braking rule. Let's hear their case. Are car makers on board with all this? Not exactly. In early 2025, the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, the big trade group for brands like GM, Toyota, and VW, filed a lawsuit to block the advanced AEB rule. They argue the requirement to avoid crashes up to about 62 miles per hour is practically impossible with the tech available today. Their CEO even said the rule is wrong on the merits, wrong on the science, and a disastrous decision. I get that engineering challenge. High-speed detection in rain, fog, and glare is hard. But remember, this rule didn't appear out of thin air. Congress told NHTSA back in 2021 to set these standards, and the agency points to the payoff. At least 360 lives saved and tens of thousands of injuries avoided a year once it's fully in place. I'm leaning on Reuters-style legal reporting here, so we keep it factual, not fiery. My take as a safety investigator? Debate is healthy. But while the lawyers argue, drivers still need clear guidance on what to expect. So what's already in your driveway, and how close is it? Let's ground this in the tech most cars already carry. Aren't most new cars already packed with safety features? Yes, and that's good news. Thanks to the 2016 pledge, by late 2023, all 20 participating automakers said their new vehicles had automatic emergency braking. CNN even says AEB is already common on new cars. Add lane keep assist, blind spot warnings, rear view cameras, and cross-traffic alerts. The baseline is higher than many buyers realize. Here's what's different now. The new rules raise the bar. We're talking faster reactions, better performance at night, and specific protection for people outside the car, like pedestrians. Many 2025 and 2026 models will roll in upgraded versions of the tools you already know. This does not make cars drive themselves. You're still the driver. These systems are safety assists, and features like AEB use short-range sensors and software to spot obstacles. They don't snoop your personal life. I reviewed industry data and NHTSA adoption reports, so this stays real and calm. Bottom line, your car may already be close. It just needs to get quicker and smarter to hit the new standard. So when does that standard kick in, and what might it do to price? When do these rules hit your driveway, and what hits your wallet? Here's the simple answer. The advanced braking mandate doesn't flip on tomorrow. The deadline for full compliance is September 2029. That gives engineers a few model years to tune sensors, software, and tests. So your 2025 or 2026 model may add new features, but it won't have to meet the full bar yet. Automakers say the 62 mile per hour requirement is unrealistic, which hints at cost pressure. Regulators counter with different math. At least 360 lives saved per year and many thousands of injuries prevented for modest cost per car. Based on past safety rollouts, seatbelts, airbags, backup cameras, we're usually talking tens to a few $100s, not thousands. If you're shopping soon, here's my practical tip. Check the window sticker or build sheet for terms like advanced AEB, pedestrian braking, and night detection. Safety packages will grow in quietly over the next few years. I pulled the exact compliance date from NHTSA's rule so your plan is solid. We've covered the why, the what, and the when. Let's wrap it up with what matters most for you and your family. As a driver or future buyer, here's what matters. The US is moving from voluntary promises to real standards. By 2029, new cars must brake harder and smarter at higher speeds and at night. There's debate and even lawsuits, but the goal is simple. Fewer empty chairs at the dinner table. NHTSA estimates at least 360 lives saved each year once this is in place. Most cars already carry basic AEB and other assists, so you'll see upgrades more than brand new buttons. And yes, there may be a small price bump, but history says the safety return is worth it. You've been watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan. If this breakdown helped you feel safer and smarter about your next car, please subscribe, like, and share it with someone you care about. It really helps this community grow. Thanks for watching. Final question from me. Which safety rule would you make mandatory next? Drop your thoughts below. I read them all, and they shape future videos. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.